What's up, ladies and gents, Ghost here, and today we're going to be taking a look at another map from Second Assault. It's Caspian Border today, and as you can see, they've gone and plonked a bloody huge concrete wall running right down the middle of the map. So this is where the chain link fence used to be, which, to be honest, didn't really present much of an obstacle at all. You could pretty much cut your way through that fence at any point, but now there's this huge concrete wall that you're not going to be able to scale unless you're Indiana Jones or somebody. Now, as you can see, DICE have decided to make some improvements over the bollards that they put in Siege of Shanghai after they realised that they essentially didn't do jack to stop tanks from getting through. So these ones should do the trick. They look pretty mean, all yellow and black stripy there, and they got some pretty nasty looking spikes. So I wouldn't recommend running into them at any sort of a high speed. They're operated via two huts, one on either side for each set of ramps, and that's really going to put a crimp in the plans of anybody trying to approach that section of the wall in a tank or an IFV. Now, here you can see me going up into one of many watchtowers that are dotted along the wall, and these are like a sniper's paradise. As you can see, there's a catwalk here that runs all the way along the length of the wall. You can get some pretty nice shots off over B flag there, and you can even work your way across to the adjacent watchtower. So, you know guys, if you thought that snipers were a big problem on Caspian Border in Battlefield 3, then you ain't seen nothing yet, believe me. You can take an additional ladder up to the top, find a little bird's nest here with several windows, push that button and down come the shutters. They look pretty rigid and robust in my opinion, so I think they're definitely going to stop shots from any enemy snipers, as well as maybe even tank shells. I'm not sure on that one. You may be able to destroy these towers with tank shells, or those shutters may completely deflect them entirely, who knows. I haven't really played too much of this map yet in Conquest, so can't really give you guys the go ahead on that one, but if you guys can answer that, then by all means let me know down below. So as we work our way along the wall here, you're going to find what's left of the river here on Caspian Border, and this is actually a secret way under here. There are two gates, we've covered one of them, we're going to look at the second one later on in the video, but you can actually swim under this little passageway where the water of the river is flowing. So if you don't want to take either of those gates, that's probably a nice little way to go there. Especially at the start of a game, you can pretty much bet that the team who is on the side with all the flags and all the gate controls, they're going to be rushing down to those gates, and if you swim under that water, you're probably going to take a lot of them by surprise. Alright, so as we work our way further down the wall, we're going to find the second of the two gates that you can open here. There's a single switch on the wall for this one, again on the same side as the switches for the other gate. This gate closes not quite fully shut, so infantry will still be able to get through there, but it is going to stop any vehicles. So there's essentially three different ways through this wall that I know of, the two gates and then the underwater passage. Of course you can always just blow a hole in the wall with a few tank shells, but it is going to cost you more than probably one shell to get through there. So here we are moving on to what is probably the pinnacle of the map here, and definitely one of the biggest tourist attractions, the radio tower in the middle, or whatever it's supposed to be, some sort of signal tower or something. You can take a lift there, partially up, and if you want to get to the very top, you're going to have to climb a series of ladders. It does actually take quite a while, so if there are some snipers zeroing in their sights on you, or there's an attack heli flying up there to prey on a few unlucky snipers, then just be careful. Once you finally make it all the way up at the top, you're going to find the AMR2, so this is the bolt action battle pickup sniper rifle. I think it's got a 6 or an 8 times scope on there, so that's a pretty nice find if you want to take out some targets there. And just to show you guys how high this tower really is, I'm just going to fall all the way, and that is actually quite a few seconds there of free fall time, so that feels actually quite exhilarating to do. So back down at the base of the tower, I'm going to show you guys how you actually can blow this thing up. Not only is it the dream of any sniper to be up there, but it's also the biggest Levolution event on the map. So there are two different buildings, A and B, that you can use to get underground here and underneath a radio tower. And as you can see, there's a TV on the screen there that shows 2 minutes 59 seconds, and that obviously points to some sort of a timer. So here's a ladder that leads up to where the elevator is that will take you partway up the tower, so you can use that as an alternative flanking route if you think that most of the enemies are taking either of the two staircases there in the A and B buildings. So if you run into the next room here, a little bit of looking around, and sure enough you find a laptop. Press E on the laptop, or I suppose on consoles that's X or whatever button you use for activate, and the timer starts ticking. Now if you press it again, you can actually stop this. So if you're a sniper, you're probably going to be able to hear that siren. There are speakers at the top of the tower that will warn you of this, so you can actually go and get your ass down the tower and stop the timer from ticking if you want the tower to stay up. So I think about the last 30 seconds of the timer, the sirens start to be a little bit less intermittent, they get a little bit faster in pace, and if you wait for the full duration of those 3 minutes, then this happens. I gotta hand it to DICE. That shit is pretty epic, man. So as I run here to inspect some of the rubble, you're actually going to find that there are random pieces of the tower that have now sort of turned into makeshift pipes led around the map. And this one here in particular makes for a great flanking route up to the hilltop flag there. So you can actually run straight up this, or straight down it if you wish, and you don't actually have to run up the hill itself in order to get to that flag anymore. It also, of course, provides you with a lot of cover from any enemy gunfire, but if somebody sticks their nose down that pipe while you're running up it, then you're pretty much done for. So here are some other sections of the radio tower. The top parts have actually landed on the other side of the huge concrete wall, and as you can see, they've punched a pretty huge hole in the wall itself there, allowing any tanks or IFVs to actually get through that. So here we are back at the hilltop conquest flag again, and this is inside the B building, which has now been destroyed by the tower coming down, and there's one weapon battle pickup that you can get. That is the anti-air launcher, which is kind of handy if you have an attack heli that's pestering you up on the hilltop here. As we head on down the staircase, you're going to see that there's a lot of destruction down here, flames spewing out everywhere, so you really don't want to take damage from that. There is another battle pickup, that is the 6-shot grenade launcher, so you can make use of that. A lot of battle pickups, in fact, on this hilltop flag itself. Remember that the sniper rifle was also at the top of the tower before the Levolution took place. Now this is a little secret and also a great flanking route. If you punch through those metal fences, you find a ladder down into the sewer system. Follow the sewer system all the way to the end and you'll find a body of water. Dive down into there and out the other side and you emerge in the Caspian Border River, right underneath where the section of the radio tower has actually fallen that goes down the side of the hilltop flag. So there you have it, guys. Those were all the changes and Levolution elements that I could find within Caspian Border 2014. As always, if you guys have found any things that I haven't, let everybody know down in the comment section. One thing I actually just remembered but don't have footage of is the AMR2, the bolt-action pick-upable sniper rifle that was up at the top of the tower. I do believe that once the Levolution event has taken place and that tower has been destroyed, it will now spawn over at the gas station. So that's it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a rating down below. Subscribe for more if you like the content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.